Hey guys, welcome back. Another video. I don't know, did I do one yesterday? I'm not even sure anymore. I'm just doing them. Just gonna start doing them. Get back into the swing. Put that down. You probably can't see my face. I just want to like talk about the greatest wake up. At the moment, it doesn't seem, for all you patriots out there and all you lovers of your country and all you guys that love your people and love your citizens and you want the best for everyone, you know, those that are already awake, you know who I'm talking about. You're the guys. You know, it's crazy. More and more people are waking up, and that's a fact. You know, every day I'm coming across more people waking up. I'm coming across more people posting shit on Facebook that aren't scared to post shit. You know, which is commendable. You know, which is, you know, like I read stuff about, you know, C grade, like B grade, C grade celebrities, you know, and how the media tries to interpretate them as these crazy loonies, you know, like you guys will probably remember back when Mel Gibson come out and he was, you know, going through a crisis, but at the same time he was you know, he had a bit on, but at the same time he was coming out and he was trying to tell everyone that that Hollywood's full of pedos and full of, you know, all these people are satanic, sadistic individuals, and they, you know, they should all burn in hell basically. And he tried to come out and tell everyone that, and the mainstream media portrayed him as the crazy fool, and no one should listen to him because he's just an alcoholic. That's how they do it. They manipulate the masses by saying that they must be druggies, or they must be alcoholics, or they just, you know, they're just, but whatever. Then you got, like, you know, shout out to Chef Pete Evans. He gets slaughtered every day, man. That guy is resilient. You know, over here in Australia, he's like, he's in there with like the people who know, you know, like they know who he is and whatnot. If you don't know, he was, you know, a host on My Kitchen Rules for 10 years. He, you know, writes cookbooks and all sorts of stuff around the paleo diets and that sort of stuff. You know, like you know, I'm not some stuff that some of his recipes are pretty fucking cool. I mean, I've got one of his books at home, and that's not why I'm plugging it. I'm not saying, hey, go. I don't even know him. Like, I follow him on Facebook, and I just see some of the stuff that he posts. And, you know, the funny thing is the media portray him to be this crazy lunatic that is like fully against everything that has to be the narrative, and which he is against the narrative, but he's not against it in the point of view where it's crazy, because like we should all feel like a sense of well, geez, that sun's kicking my ass today. This is why we're going to group outdoors today. So this is why, like, as a kid, I was taught to always ask questions, and a stupid question, the only stupid question is the question that's not asked. So you got to ask questions, and that's all he's doing. It's all he's doing. He's asking questions, and then he's asking for feedback and opinions on the questions he raises. Like, what do you guys think? You know, that's all he does. He doesn't say, hey, vaccinations are bad. He says vaccinations, well, it looks like vaccinations aren't this great because of this study and that study, and you know, he's yeah, I'm just at the traffic light, so bear with me for a second. So he's asking questions, and they're fucking important questions, especially in times of now. You've got. I just watched I've got a friend on Facebook who lives in, I think, Liverpool or somewhere over there in England, and they just had a massive march for freedom. You know, this is what it's come to. This is the point that we're at, is that citizens of the world are marching for freedom. Citizens of the world are marching for freedom. What bit of that is not understandable? There's these people that we call government, that we've elected in most countries, you know, in the majority of, you know, the good countries. We've elected these officials on the behalf of our best interest, but yet they're not on our best interest. Jesus, must have been. She's flying. So you got to ask those questions, and that's what I love about these guys. And now, what I want to talk about is Pat Cash. You know, tennis great, tennis superstar, tennis fucking legend. You know, look, this one, you know, warmed the cockles off my heart a little bit when I saw this, because, you know, Pat, I don't even think you'll ever see this video, but man, I do not think you're crazy, man. I do not think you're crazy. I think what's crazy is what I think is crazy is people aren't ballsy enough to stand up and ask the questions, especially with people inside your realms of society. You know, in where you guys are at. You know, where you've got that status and that platform to be able to talk about whatever you guys want and raise awareness for whatever you want. You know, you guys could be going along with whatever the government's. You guys could be little Chef Pete Evans and Pat Cash. You guys could literally be Magnus Sabansky and Zabansky. I've never been able to say her name, but you know who I'm talking about. Magna. You know, fucking old mate who, Shane, the plumber. You know, he's done a few Aussie movies. You know, he's a good, he's all right comedian. But you could be on the lines of these guys doing ads, doing advertising campaigns. See, that's what ads are, right? They're a campaign to sell you something. There's always something to sell in an ad. It's what's called advertising. Okay, there's advertising something, and this is what they are doing. They're advertising that you wear masks, that you socially distance, that you stay 1.5 meters away from your whoever. No, I don't have the Rona. I've got polyps. Okay, research them. You know, I've had surgery twice, so no, I'm all good. I'm healthy. Okay, I'm a healthy individual. What kind of PT wouldn't be healthy? You know, and I was just thinking, you know, like these guys, they have an option, because we all have two choices, don't we? We all have two choices, and it's funny because these guys don't care. These guys get paid to sit on the television and tell you to wear a mask. These guys don't give a fuck about you. We're not in this together. They can still put food on the table. They can still. They're fair. Like, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. Like, I really am good. Like, I've got food going on the table. I've got my bills are paid. You know, my rent's paid. We're saving for our mortgage. So we're saving for our first home loan deposit. So we're going to probably break into the market next year, you know, and, you know, things are good where I'm at. Like, where I'm at, I'm good, you know. But that's because, like, I adapted my business to do that. But you've got people who haven't been able to do that, you know, who are going to be fucking poor, you know, and you want them to... You're getting paid $2,000. You're influencing people for what? For what? I did the math the other day on. I think I said this in the other video. I did the math the other day on like 23 million cases. 23 million cases. All right. So that's 23 million cases, not 23 million deaths. That's 23 million cases. All right. out of 7 billion people, and I did it on 8 billion people, because that's what we're close to, all right, 8 billion people, was like 0.0000547 or some shit. You're getting paid $2,000 for that ad, and yet you want people to stay home from work who need to put food on the table, who need to put nappies on their baby's bum, who need to pay the power bill. You're asking these people, well, you're not even asking. You're literally telling them. And in Victoria, it's a dictatorship. You know, it's I just can't fathom it. But what I can fathom is that there are more people waking up. So to everyone out there that's on the bandwagon of oh, you've got to put your mask on, and you've got to do this, and you've got to do that, and you've got to be 1.5. Mate, you don't understand humans, obviously. We are a very social animal. We need to be around each other. We actually need to take in some germs. That's how our immune system works. So, you social distance. Okay? Social distancing is an option when it comes to me. Alright, if you're one of my people and you're near me, you have an option. You can either stand 1.5 or you can stand shoulder to shoulder. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. I haven't been sick in like 4 years. I'm just, I look after myself. I eat healthy. I eat a balanced diet. I work out regularly. I get some sun. All the basic shit. And yet, for some reason, these health ministers and health... By the way, none of these people in the fucking in this commission in Australia are qualified doctors or nurses or RNs or any qualified medical expert. None of them. Not one single fucking person in our commission for the COVID fucking caucus or whatever it is not a qualified doctor, former doctor, a fucking RN, no medical expertise whatsoever. Yet you're letting these cunts tell us what to do. You're letting these people tell us to stay home, close our businesses, and go poor. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Scott Morrison? What is wrong with you? Take back your country. Take your country back, ScoMo. Take it back now. There are things you can do, mate. I know there are. There are things you can do to get these borders open. How about the farmers, man? I feel sorry for the farmers down here in Australia. They're getting hung out to dry. It's calving season. And over in, they want... I was listening to a news story the other day. They want farmers to truck their shit, their feed, right? So these guys who move hay up north, they want to move the hay up north, but the hay's got to quarantine for 14 days. So you want the animals to starve. You carry on in the middle of a drought about how fucking animals aren't getting fed and whatnot. That's what I understand. And these people that carry on about the drought and climate change and stuff like that, carry on about how the farmers have got no water and they've got no feed, and yet in the middle of a crisis, though, it's okay. Oh no, it's all right. Just sit that in the shed for 14 days. Your cattle will be okay. Your lambs will be okay. You'll be fine. The fuck is wrong? Fuck's wrong with this world. If you need to send this to someone to wake up, make them wake up. Ask questions. That's all you got to do. Ask questions. Does it seem right? If it doesn't seem right, it's generally not. I just don't get it. I don't get how fucking hard it is to ask a question, and why people are so scared to ask questions. Doesn't seem right to me. Why? The fuck do I got to stay here in Tasmania for until December? Do you guys realise that every time they say a date, it gets pushed out once that date gets reached? Do you know that? Have you noticed that? There's a pattern forming. Okay? Every time they say, oh, all right, we'll open up here, when it gets closer to that date, they go, no, we'll open up here. And it'll be 3 more months, 3 more months, 3 more months. You know what they're doing? It's called conditioning. It's called conditioning. It's called human conditioning, okay? It's conditioning you to the ideology that, well, you live in Tasmania, you may as well fucking stay there. Well, if you want to go to Queensland, the only time you're going to be able to go there is if you have a vaccination and or if it's for a funeral or a wedding. Imagine that. Imagine being confined to your own state, in your own country, where you were born. Imagine that. Don't have to imagine it, do we? Because we're fucking living it. We're living it. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I just say that out loud and it makes me think, what the fuck? Cunts need to wake up. More cunts need to wake up. Everybody needs to wake up. I'm done. Man, I want to move. Hit me up with a good location to move to. I'd love to be able to move countries. Might move to Russia, eh? Live in the middle of fucking buttfuck in the mountains in the snow. Do a bit of Rocky. Run through the snow in the mountains and fucking live in a log cabin. Off the grid. Anyway, peace out, guys. Have a good one, and we'll catch you guys on the flip. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we won't. Who knows?